In this one we're going to learn about Google Slides, Google Drawings, insert a diagram, and I'll tell you why, because if you look at this statement on screen where it says, I believe in starting from a blank page, but also I believe in don't invent the wheel, go to the library and look up transport. And I'll tell you why, because in the last video I just made I had this slide where in the middle part we've got this lovely bunch of circles which I made as insert a diagram. And the only reason I used it is because I found it by absolute accident, and that's one of the reasons why I make these videos, because quite a long time ago, about a year ago, I made this timeline because I'm into timelines, because it helps me understand concepts and ideas, and also of course the passage of time, and that is that we've got 1950 to 2045, and of course change over time, you know, yada yada, the very famous Back to the Future, and that's it. But I did it as a Google drawing, completely as a blank page. And also this one here, which is a good while ago I think actually, in that it's a timeline once again that I thought about creating. It was actually, goodness me, it's August 2015. It looks like that. It's okay, it's no pictures on it, but the point of it is that if you go to something like that, which is a couple of circles, a bigger circle and a 3 thing in the middle, then it's quite nice. So how do we actually get there? Well, if you look back on Google Slides, Google Drawings, and that is what I'm about to show you is relevant for slides and drawings. Of course, I'm using drawings at the moment. So go on to this bit here and do the lovely thing which we all like doing, and that is hit delete. Now from there, watch this, insert a diagram. Now you can see also there's text boxes, images, charts and things like that. I just hesitated over charts. Now the reason is because you know we'll say this again, is that I like to work from a blank page. It's the left box here, but also I do understand that it's useful to use resources that happen to be on the shelf and that are already formatted. So if you look at this, we've got a create box, which is going to take time. I typed the word create in there, by the way, and then you've got these different branching like little line connector things, and then there's a bit of Latin at the bottom. So how does that translate? Insert diagram is where we are, and then the different parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down the side, I can click grid. And then if I wanted to get that grid in, all I have to do is click once. How easy is that? And then we can start editing and things. So let me use the delete key once again, because this is how it changes. And that is, you've got colours. So if I wanted to say I want, say, 5 levels this time, notice that it refreshes. Here is my 5 levels, but also my colour. In this example, I want quite a dark one. Can you see the way it has to be refreshed straight away? And then when I wish to use it, I can click it once and it becomes real in my document. If you wish to actually get it out as, say, a 3 level now, I guess you could actually delete a few off, but I think that's the long way round. In that example, yes, I have. I've deleted a couple off. So go back to the beginning and let's just get to the end of it, because I think really the purpose of this is achieved, and that is that if we go back to resetting, and we also go back away from grids, we can actually see how you can get, let's start from the beginning, and then I want to wrap this up, and that is grid. 1, 2, 3, 4 different versions of a grid, which we've got. It's a lot of speed here, you know. Really is a lot of speed. I'm not quite sure that the 75, so if I wanted to change it to 20, presumably, I mean, I've not done this, I'm just chatting really, because that's what teaching is all about ultimately, is that if I wanted to say 20, I guess I would get that, and I'd say 20% is what? Oh my god, help me here. So that's 15, isn't it? It's about 20, is it? 20 is a fifth, isn't it? God, you've got to ask for a hard one here. Yeah, that's not bad, is it? 75%, half, 50. Yeah, that's a good idea. So we can actually custom get these graphics in, then go back. So you've got 4 different grids. We've got hierarchies. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on levels of, say, 3 to 5. I guess if you wanted a 2, then you could actually get 3 and delete 1 level off. Then we've got, of course, the timeline, which is the one that I was talking about at the early example. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 timelines. There's some really interesting stuff coming along here. That's quite nice. So I presume if you wanted to change the quarters or the level, you just drag them around, which you can. Lot of save time here. I thought I reset the colours, perhaps I did. Then you go to, after timelines, we go to processes. Let's get rid of that in the middle. Get rid of that, delete. Right, processes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an interesting one, the old pyramid thing, because what you've got there on a component, you're learning so much about how Google Slides, Google Drawings work. Yeah, that's interesting. Can you see the concepts of the little things here, the geometry? Always good fun. Bet you learn something. So let's come out of that one. And what is the final one? I think it's the one about the cycles. Yeah, this is the cycle one where I clearly use this one here for the Dan Leibowitz slide. And then what I actually did is, because the top one was actually I wanted it a rich red, a strong red, then I just changed the colour. So that's a pretty easy way to know. So you can do all the formatted in the normal way. So if I wanted that as a blue, I could. You get the idea. And then what's this one? Then you can just build in multiples. Of course, I wouldn't go mad on it, because if you do, you're going to get messed up like I've just got messed up. I've started dragging around triangles and things. So I'll tell you what, let's leave it there. How long have I been here? Too long? But then again, if learning happens, then surely we've been here spending the right and the correct amount of time. So that was Google Slides, Google Drawings, insert a diagram with these 2 key points for me, and that is, I personally believe in starting from a blank page, whether it's writing, taking photos, making videos. However, if you want to save yourself a truckload of time without getting actually held up literally by stilts or those other things that go under your armpits, crutches, then we've got a problem if we actually bring in too many pre-formatted shapes and ideas. So there you go. Happy Monday. What's this? Recorded on the 4:26 on the 23rd of July.